Welcome back, Anime Lily fans, for another My Hero Academia Chapter 276 review of Brotaku's coverage discussion review of this chapter. And as always, guys, we start off with a video, but let you guys know, let us know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. Your thoughts about the chapter, what you guys think about your theories, what you guys think, where it's gonna go, and subscribe and press the notification too in the comment section below. Everything's there in the description is what I meant, all the links. Other than that, James, Ray, give us your thoughts since me and Sam reacted to it and we got hyped. But first, let us know your impressions of what you guys thought about it.
Ray?
Man, this chapter is like, we thought that the pacing was kind of like off in the beginning, but now it's just running, and there's no stop in sight. Did you
say run?
Absolutely, and it's man, Shigaraki, congratulations, Horikoshi. You created one of the most busted villains in all of Shonen Jump. Legitimately. Shigaraki is so broken, and I love it. Like, oh, man. I think he can fight all the pro heroes right now and probably win.
Well, I mean, he's fighting all the pro heroes now.
No, I mean, if they all jumped him, he could probably win.
And technically, right now, he's not jumping them around because right now they're also finding the near high.
They're also evacuating people. So, like, yeah, but I think the pro heroes that are there, I think he can take them all, which is crazy.
Yeah, he can.
James?
Yeah, I love this chapter. I thought that this was a perfect middle chapter between what we saw in 275, and it's a great setup for what we're going to see in 277. One of my favorite moments was that conversation that Gran Torino had with Deku and Bakugo, talking to them, telling them, like, if he gets you, if he manages to get one for all,
we're done.
At the worst of the worst case scenario. Like, that was one of my favorite moments. And I mean, Shigaraki straight up disrespected Endeavor in this chapter.
Oh yeah, he did.
Holding his hand up the same way Endeavor did against the Hayanomu. Like,
what a dick move.
He said, how's it?
Was it this arm? Yeah, I was like, you asshole.
Both foot on top of his chest, literally, and then behind Endeavor was the Dragon Girl, all smashed.
Not behind, underneath.
Underneath. Both done.
But let's start with how the chapter started. We get the broadcast news coverage of the whole incident, and they're comparing this to the Jakku City, what happened with everything, to the previous battles what happened a couple months ago and a year ago. So they already are kind of preparing for the worst because they know what's going on partially. And then we find out All Might is with Eri, and we get a little flashback. Not flashback. We get a little reveal that of the parents of Deku, Bakugo, and plus Endeavor's wife, and also their kids. But we also see All For One himself in prison. Now that's interesting, right?
He's been in prison the whole time. No.
Yeah.
True. But then with the following is we get the most coolest sidekick and that's favorite character of Ray's. Right, Ray?
My favorite character already died. He sacrificed himself to give Shigaraki a coat. So, yeah.
Come on, you gotta admit, it's interesting. He literally just said, like, hey, let me change if I'm going straight.
I said, I would talk about it before we started, and that character literally was only built for that moment. Nothing else. Like, I'm like, we've never heard of you before. You show up at this very perfectly convenient time to help Endeavor, get smacked, by the way. So actually, I think this is his fault. But still, talk about just like a story plot driven character. We'll never see him again. I mean, if you, I'm gonna laugh and be like, hey, look, there he is.
He reminds me of
You're 100% correct on this. Like, this is a character that was like, oh yeah, we just need him to do this one thing, and I guess we'll use him again later on if we have to.
He reminds me of the guy from Doom Patrol, the guy with
all the benches and stuff, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
So like maybe that's his own way of his cameo shot and stuff like that. It could be. It might be.
I'm sure we'll get to that part because they haven't talked about it yet.
But so simple, it's quirk can alter the course of a body in motion. But
and how funny was it that Endeavor was a body in motion at the proper time?
But that's the thing is that it's only living things that are body in motion. That means
so that's
drugs or nothing, like no type of organic.
I mean, you can still consider like a body in motion to be like an object. Yeah. So like that's just like physics. So that like it probably could work on anything, but like if you were taking it literally, yeah.
I mean, Newton's third law means for anything. So.
But it doesn't matter because this guy's never going to be in anything ever again. So
we won't know. But like you said, it's very crazy how it was very coincident.
I thought it was funny. It was
Yeah.
He got his use, and then yes.
Even
But
the
the best
water
teamwork.
dude came to his
Yeah.
use as well, because like
That's the best
he
teamwork.
controls water, and ice needs to be dilated so that you don't get dry eyes and stuff like
That's
that.
a great combo.
He was
smart.
created for this moment too. Like, but we've seen him before. But he was created for this moment specifically. You know what? As I was gonna have to blink.
You have one
didn't have to
job.
blink.
You have one job,
know-
and you're doing it. You're perfecting it.
You know,
He really
I made
did.
him 100 chapters ago. But you know what I'm gonna do? He has been used in a while, so I'm gonna use him again right
Mhm.
here.
But
Perfect
it's so
opportunity.
smart though. It's so like common sense where you need to like
Eye drop man. Yeah.
Because I mean,
That's just funny with his finger. He's like this, like here. Let me just wet your eyes right next to your eyes, right here. Shoo,
because, I mean, when Aizawa shows up, I mean, eventually he has to blink, and against Shigaraki, you can't afford for that to happen. So
Right.
how do you counteract that? We have this character, and I thought that was done really well. That was
Mhm.
actually another one of my favorite moments, because I really want to see how long Aizawa is able to handle this, how long he's able to keep it up.
Like, cause his quirk is invaluable. So yeah, it's like, especially in this moment, it's like, yo, okay, I see it. But can we talk about our boy Endeavor?
Oh yeah. Go.
Man, he is trying his hardest. Like,
He ain't
literally,
giving up.
he out here trying. He's giving everything because he knows how dangerous Shigaraki
He
is.
beat him up. He tried to torture him. He
he
tried
was-
to burn bodies, and it's still nothing is affecting Shigaraki.
He hit him with a point blank range flash fire fist hell spider, and he was like, dang, that hurt a little bit. And I'm like, oh my god, this dude is way too strong.
Yeah, he's just like, yikes, and he's smiling the whole time.
I'm like, this dude is way too strong, because we've seen what the full power hell spider fist can do, and I'm like, he just
And he took it point blank.
he just
Melted
ate
the
it.
building like butter. It cut
Exactly.
the building like butter.
His arms literally got burnt. And he's like, oh, okay, it's gonna regenerate, no big deal.
Oh
Hey,
my
what?
goodness. But we
That's
also,
mind blown.
but I love that we learned that the doctor is basically pining about how much work he did on his body, and basically he didn't do too much because it would have overloaded his brain. So I'm like, this is a really cool explanation. Thank you for this. But I hate
He's
it
very
because
cocky.
he's so strong.
That's
Because
super
in this page also, he's Endeavor is like freaking out because he's like, it's powered just like All Might's, essentially is what they're saying.
Mhm.
And but the doctor is when he's talking to DJ here when he's explaining it, which I'm sure is a flashback. He's playing it's not quite on par with All Might, but it's still pretty good. Is basically what he's saying.
He sounded very, very cocky for sure. He's like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm gloating here. I did
Mhm.
magnificent work. Like,
Mhm.
bitch, we trying to kill this guy. Nah, trying to save him or anything, or trying to glow about you
I
and
mean,
hear your
this is-
wonderful works.
This is his perfect creation. So like this is everything he's worked for right here. So that's of course he's excited because it's working really, really well right now. So
Too well.
Literally, Aizawa says it that he has become a perfected Nomu. He
Mhm,
is
mhm.
the doctor's greatest creation, and I love that All for One is just sitting there in his cell, just smiling.
Because he knows. Yeah, he
He
knows.
feels it. He feels the
Mhm.
shockwaves. He hears it. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure he still has his clone copy of All for One quirk to even feel the energy of aura or something to connect it with Shigaraki. I could definitely see
Definitely.
something. And then
True.
we get the full confirmation from last chapter. Shigaraki didn't pull out the the quirk destroying bullets. He just pulled out the transmitter to call on all the near end Nomus, and that was sick.
So before we go into that, can we not talk about we can't not talk about the fact that Shigaraki can control what actually decays and what doesn't.
Mhm.
He said that himself. He said it that, it's a bit hard to control, but it's not that difficult. Like, he was being cocky too. He's like, I'm starting to get a hang of this. I'm like, what?
So now he can decay without hesitation when he has his friends around. It doesn't matter now.
Yeah,
Yes.
when we found that out 2 chapters ago, I was like, this is a whole next level of what he can do.
That's
Now,
a terrifying quirk.
yeah, it's just like, yeah, I can just control it whenever I want on whatever I want, and I can control whether or not whatever I touch touches something else and that decays. He can control that as well. Like, it's insane.
That's and when I said busted villain, that's broken as hell. Like, holy heck. So when he said that, yeah, I decided to not, decay all the Nomu that were down there. I'm like, oh my
He controlled
god.
it. But he was so cocky. Yeah, I couldn't save all of them, but I saved some of them.
Exactly.
Like, you cocky man.
Yeah.
Very cocky man.
So like this is just all bad all the way around. Like this is not looking good for the heroes like at all.
Like we talked about before, the heroes have a lot more losing to do before they can pull out the W. A lot more losing to do.
A lot. So there's a chance that we absolutely could see a majority of the pro heroes not making it out of this.
What I love also is that from the panel of what James said before earlier of Gran Torino talking to Deku and plus Bakugo, talking about them to stay here and not to fight. And when even Gran Torino said, we're up against just one guy, if this many of us cannot get the job done, what's the point of this hero-centric society? I'm looking at the panel. There's a lot of heroes that I don't know who the hell they are. I'm like, who's this guy with the trapezoid head looking like? And who's this person looking like with his whirlwind in the back of him? Like, these are some interesting characters.
And you know, sorry, I didn't mean
to. No, I was just going to also make a fun of a joke of a guy in the page 11 in the corner panel of a guy looks so normal that's just about to run and die. I'm like, I don't know. Good luck to you, but we might not know who you are. But James?
No, I was saying like you were just saying with Gran Torino about the whole like what is the point of this hero civilization that we built? That's what All for One is trying to prove. That it's not necessary, that it needs to be torn down. That's what he's trying to prove. And it's happening right now.
I mean, he's also trying to, like, destroy everything just because he can, but... So, I mean, I really I love this. I love the direction that Horikoshi is taking the story. I really do. I'm like, and this is, I can tell this is why I love My Hero. It's like, this story is... It is so good, and it has so many different like messages and layers that as he keeps peeling them back, you keep seeing more. It's just like, yep, there's a lot of thought that is going into this. And I'm really excited to see where it goes. Like every chapter, I'm just like, yep, what's gonna happen next now? I love it.
It's very subtle, but I just love that our heroes are always willing to sacrifice themselves for what's right. If you look at page 17, where Rocklock does not hesitate and he just jumps directly into the path of Shigaraki to protect Aizawa.
And he knew, because he knew.
If Aizawa dies, everybody's gonna die.
Yeah, because if Akira Rocklight has a wife and a kid, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So so he said like, yo, I gotta put myself first before anything. And right now, this dude, we need Eraserhead more than anybody right now because we need him.
That's why the last page of this chapter gave me goosebumps.
Literally, but I love how my man Eraserhead literally got the knife ready that he was literally about to do what he got to do. He literally, hey, if I have to kill this man myself, I will have to. Like, if I need to be right up close just for him to kill me, but me kill him as well, I gotta do it.
I mean, because that's, and like, I feel like people should understand that what you're saying is important. They know that they have to deal with Shigaraki. They can't just beat Shigaraki. Shigaraki's got to die.
Yeah,
like,
they know.
Yeah.
But then that Kumbago will come here out of interception. They literally can't. Hell nah.
That made me so happy to see because I'm like, there's no way these boys would have sat idly by and watched this happen. There was no way that was going to happen.
They're true heroes. This goes back to episode 1.
Yeah.
My
body moved on its own.
Exactly. Yep. That's what All Might said. All heroes have one particular story in common. Their first act of heroism, they just left before they even know what they were doing. They just ran towards people that needed to be saved. And I love that. I can't wait to see. Because, I mean, Shigaraki's quirks are erased. I feel like Deku should be able to handle Shigaraki as far as strength goes.
I mean, I feel like they'll probably be matched, and Shigaraki will probably be a little bit stronger, but Deku will go plus ultra in this moment. But with Bakugo there, they're a great team.
Exactly. That's what I'm curious. Because one thing I'm curious that we never seen Bakugo go full 100% strength because he's always had himself back. His quirk is explosion.
I'd like to think that he went he went past his limits when he fought Uraraka in the school festival, but he's done it before. But
but not full against a villain. And also, we saw Deku go from 20-something% to 45%. Now imagine what Bakugo has grown from then. I can't wait to see that in action.
That's what we're hoping to see.
Who knows if we will?
I think we're about to get a new Bakugo special move. We're about to get a new one. So
Right now we're having the whole Deku and Bakugo versus Shigaraki, like literally.
So
got them in the
I
final
can't
battle.
wait to see their new combo attack because of course they're gonna have a combo attack and it's gonna be nuts. So I could just imagine Deku like yeeting him with Black Whip. Oh, it's gonna be sick.
Oh, just throw him.
Dude,
Yes.
I was just about to say the same thing. Deku uses Black Whip and throws him into is it the Hauser Blast? Where
Yes, yes, uh-huh.
Yes.
That would be insane. That
It'd
would
be
be
sick.
Like this. Just shoot.
But you know,
Oh,
but
that'd
like
be
the
nice.
thing is, Deku's so fast he can like yeet him, and then he can just like catch up with him to like get him with another. Oh, it'll be so.
Dude, I am so excited.
This
That's
fight
what
could
I'm
be
saying.
sick.
This chapter is so good. It sets up so many great things to happen in 277, dude. It's insane.
But it also, you know what this also sets up? This sets up.
Death
They're death.
flags.
No,
Death flag.
there's one death in particular that this absolutely is set up for me. Now that Deku's gone back, there's one character who is absolutely going to sacrifice themselves for him.
There's Gran Torino.
Absolutely, yes,
Gran
absolutely.
Torino, it's gone. In the next
Absolutely.
2 to 3 chapters, Gran Torino is dead.
Mhm.
Gone.
Gran Torino. I
He's
saw it.
absolutely
Like,
going to sacrifice himself.
it's Gran Torino and maybe second Rocklock.
Because when I
I don't think Rocklock is done. I think
I don't
Rocklock
think
is
right.
not
gonna die either.
He's right next to it, so that's why I
don't
think,
think
maybe
so.
second. But that's like a low chance.
He's
But
going to be
definitely
one of the
Gran Torino.
people to help get Aizawa away from Shigaraki. So
Gran
that too.
Torino will do everything he can to protect One for All, and that
exactly.
will be dying. Because, I mean, like I said, the heroes have so much more to lose. All Might is going to lose more by losing his mentor. Gran Torino has been a mentor to Deku. They have to lose this collective mentor. That's going to be such a huge impact for our main characters.
And that death triggers float.
Boom. Boom.
Yep. Because then they have to get out of there. Like Aizawa blinks. Shigaraki's like, all right, this is mine now. I'm gonna get rid of all you, and he triggers float, and he gets them out of there.
I see that. I
Yeah.
definitely see that.
I see that. I see that.
Mhm.
You heard it here, right here. This theory
Mhm.
will come true. Will come to pass. But
Hopefully,
Sam,
maybe.
anything last thoughts as well?
I mean, we didn't really talk about the near-end nomos that
I mean,
Shigaraki target in.
Yes, the
That's
near high ends that's cool, but it's just
never been tested either.
But the way that he activated them, I'm like, this dude is smart as hell. How? How is he already so smart? He said that he activated them when he used the radio blast because they have to be activated with electricity. So when he did that radio blast to knock out Endeavor, he also was waking up the
Activated
Nomu.
them.
This was already part of the plan.
Exactly.
All he's doing is executing. This is already part of the plan.
Crazy. Crazy.
It's-
And I mean, the near high end Nomu is just the MacGuffin so that not too many heroes can gang up.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
plus, I'm curious. Why is Mike Master still the doctor? He should have ran away. He should have like.
No, so they need to keep the doctor because that's how they're gonna
Yeah.
keep learning this stuff. He learned this because of President Mike. So, it's
Mike-
good that he's with him.
Yes, but Mike Master should be farther away because if not.
Oh, so
Shigaraki could
I think
grab
that
the doctor.
I think that was just like a kind of showing. That was the panels talking like showing them when he was transporting him away. So I don't think that they're really
okay.
close to that at all.
Okay,
To
hopefully
be
not,
honest,
because
so
that would be bad. That would
if
definitely be bad.
the villains got the doctor back, that would be terrible.
Yes, that'll be
that
horrible.
would legitimately be the worst. One of the worst outcomes too is if they get the doctor back. So
But any more last thoughts, theories, discussion of where of the chapter is going or where it is right now?
man, the villains still have to show up. The rest of them still have to show up.
Yeah, the whole Liberation Army, aka ARMY Army, that's still over there. That's
Mhm.
still across, and they can literally be there in seconds.
And like technically, Shigaraki just have a small army of near-end nomus with him to
Exactly.
fight against the heroes, the pro heroes that's with him right now. So,
Yep. So like I said, it's looking all bad.
Yep. All bad. I am just waiting for the panel where Deku punched Shigaraki in the fucking face. I'm just waiting for that panel so I can freak out. That's all I'm waiting for.
Remember that time you grabbed my neck, you raggedy bitch? Yes, I
Like,
can't wait.
yeah. Now,
I can't wait.
but other than that, guys, let us know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. Let us your thoughts. Let us just, do you agree with Ray? Do you agree about the raggedy bitch that's gonna get slapped out of his face? Let us know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. Like
Yo,
the video,
Deku-
subscribe.
Deku aim
And-
low, Bakugo aim high. So I see that.
Hey, definitely can happen. Other than that, press the notification too. Every time we upload our videos, because you guys will be getting it all the time. Take care.